Alrighty, guys, welcome to the marathon video. We just landed in Bethany Beach. You can see my family's. It's my cousin's house in Bethany. We are about 30 minutes from Ocean City. I've had 4 dinner rolls today, a protein shake, 1 Gatorade, 1 banana. What else did I have? Oh, I had an electrolyte, Gatorade. I have 3 ounces of pretzels right here in a broken pizza box. And yeah, we just unpacked everything inside. It's currently 3:34. I'm heading off to Ocean City, convention center to pick up my bib, which I'm super excited for. It's a little windy today, but the start time tomorrow is 7:30, and it should be starting about 50 degrees, a little bit cold, warmer than I expected, but that's fine. And the wind's supposed to stop around 2 a.m., so that's very exciting. So we got to go there, pick it up. I have my second Gatorade today. Today's about 700 carbs, right? So it's about 150 less than what I'm supposed to do, just because I had a lot yesterday and I just felt a little heavy. So this is the video. I'm very excited. I don't know what my time's going to be, but I do know I'm excited and the work has been done. And now it's just time to go pick up the bib and enjoy the evenings with my family. They should be here like 8:30 p.m. I probably will be sleeping around 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I'll be up at 3:30. 150 carbs to the dome, and we're gonna have a beautiful, beautiful day. I'll show you guys the setup of everything that I got going on inside. So I'm gonna eat these pretzels, have this Gatorade on the way to Ocean City to pick up my bib for my first ever official marathon. Alrighty, friends, it's currently 5:37. We are 14 hours out from the marathon, and I'm gonna show you everything I'm taking during the run, and then I'm gonna show you what I'm finishing up the evening with in terms of carbs and calories. So we have later today, so I have a 2-mile shakeout run I'm gonna do here in about 20-ish minutes. I'm gonna put on my Nike running shoes, right, to kind of break those back in a little bit. 2 miles there, come back, we're gonna have 4 bagels. We're gonna have 10 of these rice cakes, and we're gonna have 2 Gatorades, and that's gonna push me to about 750, 800 carbs for the day. I'm actually feeling really good in terms of stomach pain, right? Because today all my carbs have been low in fat, right, and low in fiber, so my stomach isn't bothering me too much at all, which is awesome. I was kind of worried about that. And then in terms of tomorrow, so we have 2 Nathan water bottles here. This one right here is obviously much bigger. This is the one I'm going to put most of the gels in, and I have this one as well. So what I'm going to do is fill one of these Nathans with water, and then this one's going to have one of my electrolyte packs. I just go with the Element one, and then I'm going to bring another Element pack with me, but I'm going to fill this one up with just water, and I'm going to throw the Element pack in this Nathan bottle, just in case I feel like I need more electrolytes on the run. I do know on the actual course there's a bunch of hydration places there with Gatorade, so I may not even need the second Element. Last thing I want to do is have too much of the electrolytes. The salt is not what I'm worried about, but the potassium there. If I have too much potassium, I will have explosive bowel movements, which I want to avoid, right? So we're gonna have at least one of these and keep this one just on deck, just in case. If I'm sweating extensively, then obviously I will take it, and I should know that pretty early in the run. In terms of carbohydrates during the run, so we went with the gel from BPN, right? And the reason why I went with this one is because this is what I've been training with the entire time. So we have 6 of these gels. Each one, so they're all apple cinnamon because that's my favorite flavor, but each one's 100 calories and 24 grams of carbs. So I'm planning to have one of these every 4 miles. The one thing I'm kind of nervous about is if I get like into a pocket and I'm just kind of knocking miles down left and right, I might like zone out and forget to take one of these. So that's the one thing I'm gonna try to avoid, which it has happened. Like I've had long runs before where like 5, 6, 7 miles go by and you just completely forget about taking your fuel, which is fine in practice, but during the actual run, if I miss one of these, I know it's not going to be good news. I'm going to cramp up, I'm going to slow down, I'm going to hit the wall sooner than later, right? So we're going to go ahead and take 6 of these with us. I'm going to pop one of these in every 4 miles, which is going to put me about every 32 miles, which is going to give me about roughly 45 to 55 grams of carbs every single hour, which is okay. Obviously, the more I do endurance training, I want to get closer to like 80, 90, 100, especially for the half Ironman later this year. But That's what my stomach can handle right now. But I do have a backup plan just in case, right? So along with having one of these every 4 miles, I'm also going to I'm going to put 20 of these in my pocket, right? So I'm going to put 20 of these, 10 of each flavor. These are the Sour Strip Bites, Max Tuning's company. So this is going to be an extra 48 carbs that I'm just going to have in my pocket, right? So the goal here, right, is to have these between the miles of the gels, and also to kind of break up flavor fatigue from having the apple cinnamons too much, right? That is going to kind of, you know, like when you go on a long run, sometimes like the best thing you can do just to like break the monotony of just running is to have something that just tastes different, right? So I'm gonna put these in my pocket. I may not have all 20, but I'm gonna have them there just in case. And then in terms of the water bottle again, so this Nathan's water bottle, right? This pocket here can probably hold about 4 of the gels. I'm gonna put the other gels in my back pocket. I'm gonna put the bites in my back pocket as well. I might even put both electrolytes or the extra one in my back pocket. And then I'm gonna put my phone in my little slide pocket, just in case I want to like film anything on the actual marathon. And then the morning of, I think I'm gonna go with 2 bagels, which is about 104 carbs, and a scoop of this Go One More Sport. I haven't done this in a while, but I do want to get electrolytes in the morning. So that's gonna put me at about 104 carbs, 106 carbs plus 20 grams of carbs, about 126 grams of carbs prior to around 4 a.m. And then hopefully use the restroom and also have this with coffee as well, a little bit of caffeine to get my body moving in the morning. And then I'm gonna pop 1 gel right before we start the run, 15, 20, probably 10, 15 minutes before the run starts. That's the move, right? So I'm really excited to have all my carbs kind of set out in place and everything. And then we got the bib number here, 8232, my first official marathon. Hopefully I don't completely collapse up there and hit my head and die. That would not be good. But I'm excited, right? I'm excited to have like the proper gel and prepare and everything like that, and kind of feel like the crowd there, which I'm also looking forward to, and the adrenaline rush. So yeah, that's all my fuel. That's all the gel. I'm gonna go ahead and do a 2-mile shakeout run, come back. Rachel and I are gonna go on a quick walk, and then I'm gonna come back after that and then finish up my food for the evening. That should put me around 7 o'clock. It sounds like you want to kind of stop eating prior to about 6 to 8 p.m. Let your body fully digest that so it knocks it out in the morning. So that's the plan, right? And then just hopefully keep the legs up and fall asleep at a reasonable time, and get up around 3:30 and then just get after it. So yeah, that's the carbs. That's everything I have for the last night before my first marathon. Alrighty guys, here we go. Boom. Got the vapor flies on. 2-mile run. We're not gonna wear this on the run, but let's do it. I'm excited. This will be good. 2-mile shakeout run. Got the vapor flies. Let's crush it. Oh man, this is beautiful. The work's been done. Now we get to just go through and live up the vibes. Man, I know my people are addicted to endurance training. Oh my god. Alrighty guys. What's going on? I know I keep on kind of delaying this video. I know it's already like a week. At this point, I think it's like 2 or 3 weeks since I ran the marathon, and the main reason why is I wanted to make sure I had time to really kind of gather my thoughts here before I sit down and I talk to everybody. So back in October, I guess November 1st, I ran my first ever marathon, and it went well. It honestly went really well. So I ran about 18 miles at a sub 8-minute pace, which is my goal time for a sub 3:30 marathon. And I felt really good. I felt solid. The body felt good. I did a good, you guys have been watching this video, right? So you saw the food I ate. I had enough nutrition. And then what happened was for like the first 18 miles, it was just a marathon group, right? There was, it was just a marathon group the whole time, which is important here, right? So as we're coming down the bridge from mile 18, right on the other side, there's another bridge, and it was the beginning of the half marathon group, right? And we kind of merge along, so we come off the bridge like this, right? And we both merge together. So I went from running with probably the closest person to me being
20, 25 feet away from me to now running where the closest person to me was probably like a foot. Like, I mean, I could touch the elbow with my elbow, right? So it caused a few things. Instead of just being able to focus and like kind of disconnect mentally, just running straight, I had to focus much more on, rotation and moving, stopping and pivoting and going around people and sprinting up and slowing down. So that was kind of difficult. And I think I might have tweaked a little bit something in my calf, because around like mile 20, 21, my calf kind of just went a little bit, right? So like I honestly felt like a pop. My first reaction in my head was, damn, I can't finish this marathon, because I thought I blew my calf out. So I had to walk for about 20, 30 seconds, and walking just made it more tight. So I was like, oh damn, let's see if I can do it. And I started running again, and I could run, right? I was able to start running. But I was never able to get back to where I was, right? So that was kind of frustrating. That happened around mile 19. Around mile 21, 22, I should have took my last gel. I didn't take my last gel. I just couldn't keep. I could keep things down. I just didn't have the app. I didn't want to consume anything, right? I didn't want to consume any water. So that was one thing that was kind of frustrating, right? And I don't want to sound like I'm complaining here. I'm not complaining. I'm explaining to you how I felt during the marathon, right? So that happened when we merged in with the half marathon. I think that's really what kind of set things in kind of a negative trajectory. I think what also happened too is I just wasn't mentally prepared, right? Like, it's funny, because you're coming across this bridge and you kind of see the half marathon crowd, and in my head, my first reaction was, oh no, because I knew it was going to be just a different energy, and I knew it was going to be different movement patterns for me and everything, which it was honestly, it was frustrating, right? I was very frustrated, which isn't fair to them. It was, I was just, right, like I was just frustrated with myself. So I guess now going into my next race, which I'm going to announce in this video as well, I'm going to, I had to take it from a perspective where, maybe just sign up for a pure marathon, or just understand that that's the reality. Because once I got in my head a little bit, like I couldn't disconnect. I couldn't pull back on that negative feedback loop I got into, which, is a good learning lesson for me. I definitely should have took more electrolytes. I didn't take enough electrolytes. I only took one electrolyte container. I should have took two. I should have took advantage of all the water stations, all the Gatorade stations. I didn't do that. Definitely something I should have done, right? Which I will be doing more in the future. And I finished the marathon at a 8-minute and 34-second pace, right? So about a 3 hour and 44 minute, 3 hours and 45 minutes right on the dot, I think it was. Which honestly, I was just happy. I think I'm at the point now where I realized I ran my first marathon. That's something to be proud of, and I'm happy about it, right? Did I have 3:30 in the pocket that day? I think I did. Honestly, I think I did. Clearly I didn't do that. But am I physically capable of running a sub 3 hour 30-minute marathon? I would say yes. Am I mentally prepared? No, I don't think I am. Did I? And this is the most important part about running the marathon is I would have not learned things. Like, I learned things on that marathon that I can implement now in my next marathon because I ran the marathon. The first one is hydrate, 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 hydrate. Second one, take all the gels. And you know what? Next time on my next marathon, I'm going to do a gel every 3 miles, right? Before the marathon, the idea of doing that just seemed crazy to me. I mean, that's like, what's that, eight gels? Like, that just seems crazy to me. But no, now I know I need to have at least one gel every 24 minutes, right? Which is about 50 carbs an hour, right? Which is perfect. And now I know that going into it. Now I know, take 2 electrolyte sticks and consume both of them. Don't just consume one. Now I know that going forward, which is a great thing to know too. Now I know mentally, be prepared. If you do merge with half marathon people, you will have to slow down, right? And that's a good thing for me to know as well, right? I'm trying to think anything else that I can kind of take in to account. Nothing really. The post-marathon was fun though. So after I ran the marathon, I crossed the finish line. I didn't get emotional, but I definitely was proud of myself. My first it's funny, my first emotion that I felt when I finished the marathon was, now what? And that is kind of frustrating, right? That I couldn't just kind of be excited that I ran a marathon, like something that a lot of people don't do. my first reaction was, now what? And we spent the rest of the weekend. My mom got sick. She started throwing up, so she couldn't come out with us on Saturday to celebrate Rachel's birthday. But I got some pizza, and it is funny that right when I finished the run, I couldn't stand. My calves just were giving out. I literally couldn't stand. Like, walking was impossible. And like, for the rest of the day, I was like shuffling. Next day, I was shuffling. So I took Saturday completely off. I took Sunday completely off. I think I took Sunday off. No, I didn't take Sunday. Yeah. So this is the next thing, and this is the thing I want to talk about too, is like post marathon, like how you should kind of operate, and you should not do what I do. I feel like I had to sneeze. Oh boy. Maybe not. This is awkward. That was disgusting. I'm so sorry, YouTube. But yeah, so the first feeling I had was accomplishment, and then I was like, now what? And that I didn't know what to make of that. And I didn't, honestly, frankly, I did not like that feeling. The reason why I felt that feeling though is because what the marathon did is it, like, before any week started, I knew I had at least a structure, and the structure was the runs, right? And that meant a lot to me. It also gave me a sense of purpose and accomplishment, which was amazing, right? And I didn't take the time. I mean, more of the story, I didn't take enough time off, right? So on Sunday night, we got home. I went to the gym. I did a 1 hour. I did 60 minutes on the stairs, right? And mind you, I could barely walk. I still, at this point, I could barely walk. Monday came around. I don't think I worked out, but I did a little bit of treadmill here and there. Tuesday came around, I ran 4 miles. Thursday came around, I ran 3 miles. Sunday came around, so about a week after the marathon, I biked 30 miles and I ran 3 miles and I lifted for 20 minutes, right? And that was a severe mess up, right? And I know this going forward now, like, you need to take a full week off from working out. Maybe some like low intensity cardio, but like, don't work out after the marathon. Like, your body is completely torn apart. At least mine is. And you know what? Maybe for you it's not. Maybe you can Cameron Hanes it, like do a marathon every day, but your boy can't. I mean, I've only been really running for about 2 years now, maybe. So that's why my body never recovered. I haven't felt good since the marathon. I've been sick nonstop. I've been stressed like crazy. I haven't been sleeping. I've been overeating. I haven't been eating well, and I didn't recover the way I should have, which was not a good idea. Like, that was definitely not a good idea. I should have took more time off. So now I'm sitting here, and where I'm feeling right now, I'm definitely getting over a cold. And so the plan going forward is I'm going to keep uploading. My goal is to upload every week, right? Probably more vlog stuff rather than like running stuff, because I don't really have a structure in terms of that. But what I'm thinking about doing is not what I'm thinking about doing. So my parents asked me what I wanted for Christmas, right? And I told them I want a ticket to the Half Ironman in Cambridge, right? So June 16th, June 17th, I'm going to do the Half Ironman in Cambridge, which I'm very excited for. So I'm going to start prep for that February 1st, so February, March, April, May, June. So that gives me about 16 to 18 weeks of training for that, right? So that's going to be the swimming 1.2 miles, biking 56 miles, and running a half marathon, which I'm very excited for. I've already started biking a little bit. I did that one brick workout. And between now and then, I think I might do like a half marathon in March. There's a event that we do in Annapolis that I think one of my buddies, two of my buddies might do. So I might do that. But the training between now and November till February 1st, when I start the Half Ironman prep, I'm just going to do probably between 10 to 15 miles a week outside of this week of running. I'm going to do some biking here or there, probably bike like, I don't know, 100 miles, maybe like 70 to 100 miles a week. And then what I'm really going to focus on is pulling my weight down a little bit, trying to get down around like 210, right? And then just getting myself healthy. Like, I just got to get myself healthy. Like, I got to get back to sleeping well. I got to get healthy. I got to get my body back in shape. And then that way, when February 1st comes around, I can go ahead and turn the plug on and really start putting in the miles for the Half Ironman. So the goal is this year, no marathons in 2026, but but a half marathon in March, March 21st, and then do the half Ironman, and then possibly the goal is to maybe do a full Ironman in September for my 30th birthday. I just think that would be like the best way to celebrate turning 30, is doing something that's very difficult. So that's how I feel. That's my honest opinion on the marathon. I'm so grateful for for that training block, for that training period, and I thank everybody so much for watching. And this is not, I'm not going to be a one and done marathon guy. This is something I'm really doing till I can't walk, right? It gives me structure, it gives me purpose, it gives me a sense of accomplishment, and it's something that I can do. And I know I know I have the sub 330. So, maybe 2027 go for a sub 330. Maybe by 2030, maybe we're looking at a sub 3. So, but yeah, this is me, and I'm so excited that everyone watched, and that was my honest feedback on the marathon. And I'll catch you guys possibly next week with another video. Thank you guys so much for supporting, and I'll catch you guys soon.